Guys, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to completely transform your life by changing your environment. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon. I did this exactly with my life about 3 years ago. And I used to live in Canada. I booked a one-way flight out of Canada to Colombia, and it changed me. I was a whole new person ever since. So I truly believe the fastest way to completely level up your life is changing your environment, changing the city, the town, or even the country you're living in. It is going to help you achieve quantum leaps you never dreamt of. It did for me. And in this video, I'll dive into some of the areas, some of the countries I believe are the best to go to, depending on kind of what where you're at, what your situation is. I'm going to break down also exactly when to do this, why you should do this, and the best places to see the best transformations that you're looking for. So here's the thing: is when you change your environment, you change everything. You end up staying in the same environment like I did for my entire life. I was in Canada. I end up getting stuck. I'm like in a rut and I end up doing the same things, the same routine. I see the same people, I'm making the same income, doing the same thing over and over again. And I find that I get stuck in this like rut, and it is very hard to change. So what you do is you change your environment, you change the city, the country, and what you're able to do with that is that you compress time. What you're able to learn within 3 years of staying at home, you're able to learn within 2 to 3 months, if not even sooner than that, changing your environment and changing your country. So when I first moved to South America and Colombia, it was like stepping into a time chamber. I was forced to level up on all areas of my life. I was forced to level up on my language learning, forced to level up my income. I had to find a remote job, which I wanted to do. I just didn't know how. So it made me think about things and speed up the process faster than I could have done living at home. Now, here's the other thing too that's beyond that is when you change your location, you change your identity, because when you're stuck in the same city, saying this, seeing when you're stuck in the same city, seeing the same people, doing the same thing over and over again, people like your friends and family, they have this vision of you, this picture of who you are. And that is like something that is hard to break out of. And when you move to a new environment, you're like a completely new person. People see you differently. You see yourself differently, and it changes your identity, and you're forced to be able to kind of mold yourself into that person. Because when you move, nobody knows your past. They just know you for who you are right then and there. Oh, fuck. So the time is now, guys. Don't wait to be able to make this change. If you got this far in the video, a lot of people they end up putting this off. They think they need more money, they need more time, they need to build up the courage to book this one-way flight. And now is the time. There's no right time to do this, because if you just keep putting this off, it's never going to happen. It is just fear getting in the way, and life rewards people who take action right away. So speed, speed, speed kills. I promise you, if you do this, your life will completely change right away. So let's get into the different countries, and it all depends on what you want. So if you guys want adventure, you guys want something exciting, you guys want to live on the edge, the wild, wild west place would be Colombia specifically. And Medellin, Colombia is by far one of my favorite places to live in this entire world, because it offers you so much. The culture is rich, the food there is amazing, the weather is it's called the eternal spring. Medellin is called the eternal spring because it is about 20 to 22 degrees all year long, and there's not much wind, there's not much winter, there's no cold, there's no snow, there's a lot of rain, but it's beautiful there. You have a lot of beautiful women. The people there are all hustling. It is an environment where you can grow with like-minded people. There's other digital nomads and entrepreneurs there that you can tap into. So Medellin, Colombia is also relatively cheap. It's a great place if you're just starting your online ventures, because There's different areas in the world. I would say there's levels to it, and Medellin, Colombia is a great place to start off if you're coming from North America because it keeps you in that time zone. So if you want to stick in that time zone, definitely want to stay in South America, Central America as well. But for me, Colombia is by far the best place to go to if you're just starting off. The other area that I recommend is Panama. Now, I would say it's a little bit more expensive. Also, great place to do if you want to start an online business. The taxes there are 0%. You have to, a bunch of caveats to that. Obviously, you have to stay in the country and set up an LLC and all that stuff. But Panama's great. Lots of entrepreneurs there too, high level guys that you can network with. It is a bit more expensive, but it is going to be easier if you don't know Spanish or you don't know the local language there. Panama has a lot of people who speak English. I found that you can always find somebody near you who knows decent English, which you couldn't get when you're in Colombia. You have to know Spanish when you're in Colombia, especially if you move out of like the very touristy areas like El Poblado and you move into surrounding little cities that give you the advantage of, being in a country like that. I recommend not to stay in El Poblado or places that are very catered towards tourists because they're practically the same thing as living in your hometown or your home country. It is actually almost more expensive, and there's just a ton of other things you have to watch out for, like crime and scams. So as you move out of those areas, the hot spots, you can kind of integrate with the society and learn what they're doing and the way they think and the language and stuff like that too. So Panama's great. Panama offers you a beautiful view too because it's right on the ocean. I'm talking about Panama City specifically. So that is going to be the other place I recommend if you want to stay in the time zone that you're currently in North America. So right now I'm in Poland. I'm in Europe, and I'm kind of doing some traveling around Eastern Europe, all that stuff. I'm checking it out here, and I love it because it is a beautiful city. It is a beautiful area of the world. There's so much rich culture here. The vibe that I get is that it's very old money. Everybody's hardworking out here, and it is a very good place to um, put home base, especially in Warsaw, Poland, where I'm at right now. It's central to so many different countries. I can go to Spain if I want. I can go to Dubai. I can go to Thailand. I can go to Japan. It's amazing location. So that's why I chose Poland, and that's why I'm in Warsaw right now. The only drawback to being here is that it is very dark and gloomy during the winter. It is like it's sunny out right now, as you can see. It has been like that for maybe 2 days, but for the rest of the month that I've been here, it has been dark and gloomy. So it kind of puts you in that winter arc mindset where you want to grind. You want to be able to, do that winter arc self improvement here. That's one of the benefits of the dark and gloominess. But Poland is a great place because of the culture and is central to everything in Europe. But guys, here's how to make this happen. You have to pick a date and just book the flight and don't look back. It is as easy as going through your Expedia app and booking it. You have to go on Airbnb and book your stay. I highly recommend getting a 1 month Airbnb to the place that you're going to be wanting to check out, because if you do a long-term lease for 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, if you get to that place and you don't like it, you're going to be stuck there. So highly recommend doing the Airbnb option, booking for 2 weeks or a month, and then it gives you the opportunity to kind of check out the city, see if you want to stay there or move to a different area, all that kind of stuff too. But guys, take the action, make the commitment, and everything else will completely fall into place. So at the end of the day, you guys have one life. You can either choose to stay where you're at, you could choose to stay seeing the same people, making the same income, and just not growing, or you can take that leap of faith and book that flight to get out of the country and completely change your life. I promise you, the version of you that exists on the other side is within your reach. All you have to do is book that flight. You're going to become a stronger person. You're also going to become the person you dreamt of. You're going to be able to take risks, and you're going to be forced to grow in ways you never imagined. If you like this video and it inspired you, drop a like, comment below, and is subscribe to the channel for more content like this. But now book that flight and we'll see you on the other side, guys. Peace.